Continuing for pair of linear equations, the extra questions that may be asked with respect to the ratios of coefficients is that find k for which of the following pair of equations have infinite solutions. Now, two equations are given to me. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. This is a minus sign in between actually. Now, these two equations are given to me and they're asking me to find the value of k, stating that it has infinite solutions. So when anything has infinite solutions, that means these are coincident lines. What is the type of lines in here? These are the coincident lines that I have. So coincident lines means the lines that are overlapping one upon the other. Then it is the condition, the requirement for coincident lines is that they are supposed to have the same equal ratios. That means a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Now he has given me this condition. I have to find the solution for it. So I'm going to write, this is my equation 1, a1 a2. If it is difficult for you, write it down, a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 and c2. Then take the ratios of it. A1 by a2, that is k plus 1 is equal to 3 upon 2k minus 1 is equal to 7 upon 4k plus 1. Now this becomes quite difficult for us to simplify it. So what do I do is, I'll take the first two of them, cross multiply and simplify. First two I'm going to cross multiply and simplify them as well. Okay, so let's do that. If I'm just taking these two, the equation becomes 2 by k plus 1 is equal to 3 times 3 upon 2k minus 1. Cross multiplying because I want to solve it and get the equation format. So it multiplies with this one, this multiplies with this one. So it becomes 2 times of 2k minus 1 is equal to 3 times of k plus 1. It further becomes 2 2's 4k minus 2 is equal to 3k plus 3 because 3 multiplies with this. Okay, then I need to bring all the terms towards one side to simplify it. Okay, so this becomes k, all the k's are going to come one side and the numbers are going to go there towards the other side. So what do? I have 4k minus 3k, this k, 3k when it comes minus 3k, 3 minus 2 goes, it becomes this. So here k is equal to 5 I get. Now k is equal to 5, I've got it and I am happy with this k. There will be no other k value because he asked me to find the value of k, I did it. Now what I can do is, I can substitute this k in all the equations and check my answer if it is correct or not. So 2, it becomes, when I substitute k as 1, it becomes 2 upon k plus 1 will be 6 is equal to 3 upon 2k, 2 5's 10, 10 minus 1, 9. Okay. Okay. Now 2 1s are 2 3s are 3 1s are 3s are. So 1 by 3 is the ratio getting. For the next one also, it is 7 upon 4 2's 20, 20 plus 1, 4 5s are, sorry, 4 5's 20, 20 plus 1, 21. 7 1s are 7 3s are. So all the ratios are 1 by 3 itself. So the k value is perfectly correct for me to solve it. So here, these are the conditions that you need to know. What are the 3 conditions for the intersecting lines? Just quickly revise the conditions. For the lines to be intersecting, we have a very simple rule. And what is that? It is that the ratios are not equal. A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2 is the condition for it. So let's just write it down. A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2 is the condition that I have. Then for the parallel lines, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but it is not equal to C1 by C2. For the coincident lines, everything will be same. A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2 is what you have in here. The question that is given is, another question that is given to me is that, they are asking me to find the relation between P and Y. It says, find the first in between to write down the question. The question says, find the relationship between P and Y if x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 1. Okay, y is equal to 1 and x is equal to 3 is the solution of the pair of equations this and this. So when I'm solving this question, I'm going to write down, this is the solution that I'm doing. So I will first copy my equations down is equal to 0 and 2x plus y minus q minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, now it says that I have to find the value or relationship between this. They are actually asking that the relationship between P and Q is the question, not Y, but P and Q is the relationship. Okay, so here they have a solution that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 1. So x is equal to 3 comma y is equal to 1 is given to me. Now I am going to substitute these two values in these equations to get the answer for it. Okay, so 3 substituting in 1 and 2 simultaneously I'm going to do it. So that becomes 3 minus 4 times of 1 plus p is equal to 0. That becomes minus 1. Okay, 3 minus 4 minus 1 plus p is equal to 0. Ultimately p is equal to 1 I get. Then in the second equation I'm going to substitute the same. 2 times of 3 plus 1 minus q minus 2 is equal to 0. That becomes 6 plus 1 7. 7 minus q will minus 2 will be 5. So 5 minus q is equal to 0. When I send this q towards the other side or 5 towards the other side, what has become? Q is equal to 5 I will get eventually. Okay, what will I get? I'll get 5. Q is equal to 5. Now what is the relationship between these two? Between this P and Q? I know that P is 4 times lesser than Q, because if I want to find P value from Q, I have to subtract it by 4, isn't it? So P is 4 less than Q. That's what I'm going to write the relationship as. Okay, after this we are going to learn to write down the equations when you have the word problems given in the examination. Okay, they have been giving us the word problems. Using those word problems, we got to write down the equations. So I'm taking the two questions that are given in the textbook itself, that is exercise 3.1. The first question, if you can check the exercise 3.1, I hope you all have the textbooks with you. So just take the textbook and sit down and read the question in here. The question states that, now this is before I start with the questions of exercise 3.1. What I am going to do here is I'm going to introduce you to one particular concept, very simple for you to understand, because until now, whatever you were writing with respect to one variable itself. But this is pair of linear equation in two variables. Okay, they are saying that this is in two variables. So one quantity, it will obviously talk about two quantities. One of them will be x and the other quantity you have to denote it as y. Okay, obviously they're going to talk about x, two quantities, and those two quantities, one of them you're considering x, the other as y. Let's read the first question. Let's exercise 3.1. It says that 10 students of class 10 took part in mathematics quiz. Okay, they took part in math quiz. How many students took part? There were 10 students who took part. Then it says if the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys. Okay, fine. So that means in this particular class 10 there are both boys and girls. So what you're going to do, you're going to write let girls equal to x, number of girls is equal to x, and boys is equal to y. Okay, so including the girls and boys or adding girls and boys together, 10 students took part in the math quiz, isn't it? So the first equation that I'm going to write is x plus y is equal to 10. Finished. The second equation it is saying is girls is 4 more than boys. I know girls, what did I take? X. So x is equal to 4 more than boys. Boys is y. This is my second equation. But I cannot leave it like this. I have to bring it down, all the variables on one side and constants on the other. So I'll bring this y towards the other side. This was equation 1 as said. When it comes here, x minus y is equal to 4. This will be my equation 2. What do I have here? I have my equation 2 in here. So that's how you do it. Now this question asks us to find out and to find the solution graphically for them. Okay, so graphical solution, whenever I need to do the graphical solution, I need to take down the equations. The first equation is x plus y is equal to 10. I'm going to do it parallelly because you have horizontal papers. You can also do it parallelly and do it. The next one is x minus y is equal to 4. Make the tables for them. Okay. I prefer you to take only 3 values. 2 values are more than enough to draw a line. 2 points are more than enough for me to draw a line. With 1 point, I don't know which direction my line will go. But 2, I know. These 2, if I join, I know what my line is. If I join these 2 points, this is my line. If I join these 2 points, this is my line. I know it. Okay. But your teachers would not be happy. So I would suggest go with 3 points. So first column is going to be x and y. And always try and take, if it is a simple equation like this, take x as 0, y as 0. 2 values, you already got it, isn't it? Then when x is 0, y will obviously be 10. When y is 0, x will be 10, isn't it? Direct, I got it. Then I'll take x is equal to 3 maybe. So I'll substitute in here. 3 plus y is equal to 10. Sending it towards the other side, y is equal to 10 minus 3, which is equal to 7. So y is 7, I'll fill it in here. Okay. Likewise, x minus y is equal to 4. These are the points that I got for equation 1. That means line 1. Let's go with the line 2 that I have in here. X and y. X is 0, y is 0, I told you. When x is 0, x becomes 0. 0 minus y is equal to 4. Then y is equal to minus 4 I will get. Finished. Minus 4. Likewise, when y is 0, x minus y is equal to 4. X minus 0 is equal to 4. X is equal to 4 it becomes. This becomes 0. This becomes 4. Then we'll simplify and write it down. How much does it become? X minus y is equal to 4. That means I will take x minus y is equal to 4 is the thing here. So it is, let's take x is equal to maybe something 1. 1 minus y is equal to 4. Sending it towards the other side, minus y is equal to 4 minus y. 1, that becomes 3. So minus sign goes towards the other side. It becomes y is equal to minus 3. Minus 3. Finished. Then I'll start plotting the graph. Okay, so what we're doing is we have this graph. I know this is the horizontal axis that I have. This horizontal axis is called as the x-axis. We are very well aware of it. This is called as the y-axis. And after that we're going to write a small scale at the top of the paper, which is going to denote how much I'm taking on my x-axis. I don't know if you can see it or no. And then I am going to take it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now x-axis 1 unit, this is called as your 1 unit. This 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeter. Sorry, this is actually 1 centimeter. This 1 centimeter is denoting my 1 unit in here. Okay, so likewise I'll take on my y-axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 I have. Okay, so for my y-axis as well, I'm going to write 1 centimeter. This is a distance of 1 centimeter from here to here. Each box is made up of 1 centimeter squares. These are, so 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. I'm writing down. Okay, now in the center I have a 0, 1. This negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7 on my x-axis on this side, and my y-axis also I have to mark it down. Though I'm using or no, that's a different story. This is negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, and so on and so forth. So the first value is when x is equal to 0, y is 10. When x is equal to 0, x-axis is 0, y, this is the x-axis point. X is 0, y is 10. So the first point that I have is here. Then it says when x is 10 but y is 0. X is 10 and y is 0. This is the second point that I have in here. Okay. Further after this, another point that I have is 3 and 7. When on x-axis it is 3, it is 7 on y-axis. So this is another point that I have, and I'm going to draw the line joining these 3 points in here. Let's just draw this line. I'm taking my scale in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to join these 3 points. Okay, automatically the first and the last points are more than enough for me to make sure that it passes through this line. Now once I've drawn the line, I drew the line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the equation of this line. What was the equation of this line that I have? It is x plus y is equal to 10. So I'm going to write that equation here. So the equation goes as x plus y is equal to 10 is the equation I'm writing in here, so that it becomes much more presentable and I know which line it is being represented in here. Okay, further after this I'm going to take down the another equation, which is x is equal to, when x is equal to 0, the other equation that I had was this: when x is equal to 0, my y was minus 4. Okay, going ahead, when x is 0, my y is minus 4. So I'm going to mark one point in here. Okay, it comes here. I have marked that point. Then it says when x is 4 and y is 0. X is positive 4 and y is 0. So it comes here. These 2 points are more than enough for me to mark that thing. If you can see again, I am just using these 2 points to join, and automatically my third point, 1 and minus 3. 1 on x-axis, minus 3 on y-axis is being connected in here. Okay, so this is my third point in here that I'm going to mark. And since it's a line, I need to draw 2 arrows, and I'll write down the equation of the line, which is x minus y is equal to 4. I'm writing it down. This is how I'm going to get the lines. But they asked me to find the solution. This is a small line, this is a different line. But if I extend this line such that it meets the other line, I will get the solution. Okay, so I'm going to extend it so that meets the other line in here. So what is the solution that I get? I get the solution as this point in here, which is 7 on x-axis and 3 on y-axis. So the solution in here is, this point is 7 comma 3 is the point in here. 7 comma 3 is the point, which is the solution for both the lines. That means if I am solving it, the answer will be 7 comma 3. X will be equal to 7 and my y will be equal to 3. That's how we do this question. Let's take another second question that is given at the exercise 3.2 itself. That says that the second one is, it says that there are 5 pencils and there are 7 pens, okay, that have been bought together, and that cost rupees 50 is the condition that is being seen. Okay, and then it says there are 7 pencils, okay, and 5 pens have been bought, which is together costing rupees 46. Okay, now as I said, this is linear line. I'm sorry, this is a linear equation in 2 variables. Obviously I'm going to consider let pencils is equal to x and pens is equal to y. Happy I am. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite the equation. 5 pencils, that is 5x, plus 7y is equal to 50. I'm going to remove the rupees, and then it becomes 7 pencils plus 5 pens is equal to 46. Finished. And then he's asking to solve graphically and find the solution for these particular things. Okay, so as I'm doing the graphical solution, I need to write down create the table and find the values for x and y to plot it on the graph. Okay, so this is for the first one, that is 5x plus 7y is equal to 50, and this is for 7x plus 5y is equal to 46 I have. Okay, then I have these things in here, x, y, x and y. Okay, let's start by taking zeros. But if I am taking 0, suppose I'm taking 0 for this, y is 0, I'm taking, that becomes 5x plus 7 zeros are 0 is equal to 50. 5x is equal to 50, 5 ones 10s, x is equal to 10 I have, x is equal to 10. But I cannot take x is equal to 0. If I am taking x is equal to 0, this will go away and I will be left with 7y, and 7y is equal to 50. Then y is equal to 50 upon 7, which is difficult for me to simplify. it comes in decimals, I will not take it. I will take some other number. X is equal to maybe 2 I will take. Okay, x is equal to maybe 5 I will take, so that it becomes easy for me to simplify. Or I'll take something so that it becomes easy for me to simplify it further. Okay, so let's just take like how I can solve this particular thing in here. Okay, so what is the values that I can take? The values can be very simple. I can go with numbers like maybe 1 2 3 4 5, so that it becomes easy for me to simplify. Let's go with 1 2 3 4 5, and let's go with 3 and see. Okay, let x is equal to 3. Let's simplify it and see. 5 3s plus 7, y is equal to 50 I have, and that becomes 15 plus 7y is equal to 50. 7y is equal to 50 minus 15, which is equal to 35. 7y is equal to 35. 7 one times and 5, yay, I got it. Y is equal to 5. And then let's take another number as maybe 7 5s will be 6. 30 20 would not come in here. Let's take 6. It still wouldn't come, but we'll get a decimal answer, but still fine. 2 are enough for us to draw our line, as I said you. Okay, so let's take in, but teachers require you to do it 3. For your board examinations, 2 points are more than enough. Repeating it again, 2 points are more than enough for your board examinations. For 5 times of 6 plus 7y is equal to 50. 30 plus 7y is equal to 50. 30 goes towards the other side. That becomes 50 minus 30, which is 20. Y is equal to 20 upon 7. 7 one time, 7 2 times 14, and then 2 times 14, and then you're left with, let's divide it quickly. 7 20, yeah, 7 2's 14, 6, put a decimal, take a 0. 7 8's 56, finish. 2.8 is the answer. I'm not going to go further simplifying it, just write 2.8 is the answer, finished. Likewise, we're going to go with this one. Let me take, you take anything as 0, it wouldn't come because that is 46 over there. So let's go with something and try simplifying it. Okay, we'll take 0 here, 1 here, or 4 here, and 0 here. We'll take that, fine. So 7 zeros is, this part becomes 0. 5y is equal to 45. 5y is equal to 46. Divide 5 times of 46, and 5 9's 45. 1.09.2 would be 10. So when x is 0, this is 9.2. Let's do this one now first. When y is 0, this becomes 0. You're left with 7x is equal to 46. Again, 46 divides with 7. 7, how many times will it go? 7 6 are 42. 7 6 42. 4, put a decimal, take a 0. Then 7 5, 6.5, 35, finished. Stop at 6.5. 6.5 I have in here. And I have 4. So x is 4. Now this becomes quite difficult to simplify. Not quite difficult, but a little bit lengthier. 7 times of 4 becomes 28 plus 5y is equal to 46. Sending it towards the other side. 5y is equal to 46 minus 28, which is equal to, I don't know. Let me just do it. It becomes 18. 46 minus 28 is 18. Yeah, 18. And then y is equal to 18 upon 5. Division I have to do. So 5 divides 18. 5 3 is 15. I'm left with 3 in here. 0.0 and 6. 3.6 is the answer. Finished. Let's just do the graphical representation for this. I'm starting to mark. I have drawn my graph. I marked it all, everything in here, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to take my points and start to plot it. So the first one, it says that when x is 10, y is 0. That means x is 10 and y is 0. x-axis 10 and y-axis is 0. That means I'm not going to go up anymore. That is one point that I have in here. Very good. Then it says 3 on x-axis, 5 on y-axis. 3 on x-axis, 5 on the y-axis. So I mark it here again then. Okay, then I have 6 on x-axis and 2.8. 2 is here. If you can see it, here is my 2. And then I have to go, I want you to be, not be silly. Focus, 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 focus. Why is it? Ta-da! I go in slowly, but still it goes. Yeah, got it. Okay. 6 on x-axis, 2.8. So I go to 2, and then I go maximum near to 3, and then count 2 boxes down. Because 2.8 would be 2 boxes less than 3. So I've marked a 2.8 there. Okay. So marking it down there. Then I'm going to place my scale and make sure that all the 3 points that I have are going to be on the same line. Yes, they are. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to make them join onto the straight line in here. And when I do it, that's what I get. And I am going to name the line that I have here. What is the name of the line that I have? It is 5x plus 7y is equal to 50. I'm going to write it here. 5x plus 7y is equal to 50. Finish. That's the line that I have. Now I'm going ahead with the next line that I have. 7x plus 5y is equal to 46. 0 on x-axis, 9.2 on y-axis. 0 on x-axis, 9.2. This is my 9. Okay, I have to go to 9.2. 9.2 will be 2 boxes up after 9. 1 and 2, if you can see. I'm going 2 boxes up, 1 and 2. So this is the point that I have. That's the point 1. I'm going to mark it an X over there. The next is 4 on x-axis, 3.6. 4 on x-axis, 3.6 on y-axis. So I'm marking it here. Okay, then it is 6.5 on x-axis. 6.5 on x-axis, that comes here. So I'm going to mark it here. Okay, then what I can do is take my scale, mark it all together. Okay, so when I'm joining all the 3 points together, this is what I'm going to get. So both of them are crossing. This is line 1 and this is line 2. Let me just name this line. This is 7x plus 5y is equal to 46. After naming it, what I can see is these both lines crossed this point, isn't it? Which is 3 on x-axis, 5 on y-axis. Okay, so I'll write 3, 5. The solution for this particular 2 equations is that the solution for these 2 equations is 3, 5. So that way, questions may come for graphical representation. Find the cost of the pencil and pens. So each pencil, which is X, is costing me rupees 3, and the pens are costing me rupees 5. And you may say, why is it rupees now? Because we started with the costs itself. 5 pencils plus 7 pens was equal to 50. So ultimately, when you solved all of this graph and all, you got the cost of each of them. So that's how you graphically solve the questions.